My child, listen closely. This message has not found you by coincidence. In this very moment, heaven is reaching out and calling your name. Archangel Michael stands near you, holding a sealed message in his hand. Inside, it lies a truth about an inheritance you never imagined could be yours. Do not brush this aside as chance. Your path is unfolding right now, and the angels are speaking in quiet urgency. Only a few moments remain. That sudden chill you feel within is not random. It is a sign that this message is meant for you. Long before you entered this world, your name was written into a sacred promise. That promise is being opened today. If you turn away now, you may miss it entirely. Heaven is moving quickly, revealing a hidden truth that may take you by surprise. Something once concealed within your family is rising into the light. This is not only about material things. It is about justice being restored, love being revealed, and divine balance being set right. Michael whispers, "Stay aware, beloved. The message is already on its way to you." Picture a messenger of light carrying an envelope marked with your name. It has been delayed again and again by jealousy, by deception, by conflict within your bloodline. But now the seal is finally giving way. Soon you will hear words that shift everything you believe to be true. And when that truth is revealed, those who stood against you will have nothing left to say. Pause for a moment and breathe. Can you feel your heart beating faster? That is your spirit recognizing what is being prepared for you. Do not allow doubt to take this moment away. If these words are already touching something deep inside you, stay connected because more revelations are still to come, and you do not want to miss them. Michael says, "Beloved, today heaven is placing a mark upon your life. Look around carefully. Signs will begin to show themselves. A number repeating, an unexpected call, a stranger speaking words that feel meant for you. None of it will be accidental. They will all point to this inheritance written in your destiny." "Only 3 minutes," the angel repeats. "The countdown is real." My beloved, do not take this lightly, because what I am about to reveal will shake the very foundation of how you see your life. You thought the path you were walking was ordinary, but heaven whispers that hidden threads have been guiding you toward this moment. Archangel Michael does not appear in vain. He arrives only when your destiny is at the edge of a breakthrough. The letter he carries has been written in fire, sealed by the hand of God Himself, and it bears your name. For years, forces of envy and deception have tried to keep this letter from reaching you. They whispered lies. They built walls. They stirred confusion in your family. But now the walls are breaking down. The truth that was hidden is about to rise like the morning sun. Unstoppable, undeniable, glorious. And you, chosen one, are the receiver of this inheritance that no enemy can steal. Do you hear the trembling in your spirit as these words reach you? That trembling is the echo of eternity calling you home to your promise. The angel says you are standing at a threshold. Behind one door is despair, confusion, and delay. Behind the other is light, abundance, and revelation. But here is the warning. The door of light does not stay open forever. Heaven moves with urgency, and Michael is shouting, "Now, open quickly, my beloved. Only moments remain." You must not allow doubt or hesitation to snatch this blessing away. For even as you read, forces of jealousy are rising, hoping you will turn away before the secret is revealed. But what they do not know is that God has already chosen the hour, and that hour is now. Your inheritance, both in spirit and in the physical, is written into your story. A divine turnaround is in motion, and once you step through, there will be no turning back. This is more than wealth, my child. This is a restoration of everything stolen from you. The sleepless nights, the betrayals, the tears shed in silence. None of it was wasted. Heaven has been counting every tear like diamonds stored in a vessel, waiting for the day they would be poured back into your life as overflowing blessings. Archangel Michael is the guardian of that vessel, and he is commanding you now, stay, listen, receive. Do not walk away. You have been chosen to inherit not only material blessings, but the breaking of generational curses that plagued your family for decades. What once destroyed others will not touch you. The letter is not only an announcement of inheritance, but also a divine decree that the chain is broken. Your name is written in light, and even now the angel's sword cuts through the darkness surrounding you. You will rise, and they will marvel, wondering how everything shifted so suddenly in your favor. Pause and think, beloved, of all the strange delays in your life, the opportunities that slipped away at the last second, the people who promised much but disappeared without a trace, the sudden illnesses or obstacles that stopped you just before a breakthrough. Do you see it now? These were not random. These were the shadows working overtime to keep you from the inheritance promised. But heaven is tired of waiting. God's hand has slammed down, declaring enough. And when God says enough, no force on earth or in hell can resist. This is why Archangel Michael stands beside you now with urgency, repeating over and over, time is short. Act quickly. Receive now. The inheritance has been delayed long enough, but the delay has expired. Even now, unseen hands are shifting papers, unlocking doors, and aligning people in your favor. The world will call it coincidence, but you will know it is divine orchestration. My beloved child, heaven does not waste moments, and this one has been carved out for you from the beginning of time. You may think that the struggles you faced were accidents, but the truth is far deeper. Every delay, every rejection, every painful goodbye was actually a divine rearrangement to bring you into alignment with this moment. Archangel Michael says, the letter in his hand is more than paper. It is a divine scroll. On it is written your name, your breakthrough, and the release of a hidden inheritance that no enemy can block any longer. This inheritance may come through people you least expect, or through channels you never imagined. But know this, God Himself authored it. It is not simply money. It is justice. It is not simply a gift. It is restoration. And once you open yourself to receive it, your life will never look the same again. My beloved child, heaven does not waste moments, and this one has been carved out for you from the beginning of time. You may think that the struggles you faced were accidents, but the truth is far deeper. Every delay, every rejection, every painful goodbye was actually a divine rearrangement to bring you into alignment with this moment. Archangel Michael says, the letter in his hand is more than paper. It is a divine scroll. On it is written your name, your breakthrough, and the release of a hidden inheritance that no enemy can block any longer. This inheritance may come through people you least expect, or through channels you never imagined. But know this, God Himself authored it. It is not simply money. It is justice. It is not simply a gift. It is restoration. And once you open yourself to receive it, your life will never look the same again. Do not underestimate the urgency of this hour. Archangel Michael is not whispering. He is thundering. He warns that the enemy is making one last attempt to distract you, to confuse you, to make you doubt these words. That is why your spirit feels a battle within right now. The light pulling you forward, the darkness pulling you back. But hear the truth. The darkness has already lost. You are marked by heaven. The angel of the Lord is encamped around you. Michael's sword is drawn, and every opposing force is trembling. Your name has been inscribed in golden letters on this decree, and no jealous hand, no lying tongue, no manipulative plan can erase it. The enemy's time is over. And the angel says, the clock is ticking. The letter is moving. The inheritance is coming. Do not walk away from this word, for it was written for your ears alone. Even now, unseen miracles are aligning. You may feel the stirring already in your chest, a sudden restlessness, a strange anticipation as though something massive is around the corner. That feeling is confirmation. Heaven is preparing to shock you with what your family, your friends, and even your enemies thought impossible. For too long, promises hovered over your life, but never seemed to manifest. For too long, others were elevated while you were left waiting. But today, the order is being reversed. The last shall become first, the forgotten shall be remembered, and the hidden one shall be revealed. Michael is holding the seal, and once he breaks it, there will be no stopping the flood of blessings that pour forth. Stand ready, beloved, for your inheritance is not future. It is now. Hear this voice not as an echo of the world, but as the breath of eternity that has chosen you in this exact moment. You have walked through valleys that others could not survive, and you have endured storms that were meant to break you. But those storms were not sent to destroy you. They were sent to strip away the illusions, to strengthen your soul, and to prepare you for the unveiling of your inheritance. Archangel Michael stands over you even now, his wings stretching wide like a shield of fire, declaring that no longer will delay or deception hold you back. He has been commanded by the Almighty to deliver this sealed letter, and it carries the decree that changes your destiny. Within this divine scroll lies the restoration of everything stolen, the elevation you were promised, and the proof that God has never forgotten you. The whisper in your chest, that trembling in your spirit, is heaven's confirmation that this word is yours. For years, you have wondered why opportunities seem to vanish at the last second, why people who promised loyalty disappeared, why doors slammed shut when you were so close to stepping in. What you did not see was the hidden battle raging around you. Angels fought unseen wars to protect you from traps designed to lure you into destruction. Every no you faced was heaven's way of preserving the yes that belongs only to you. And now the yes has arrived. The time of waiting has expired. Archangel Michael announces the seal is breaking. The letter is moving. The inheritance is here. This is not a distant promise. It is unfolding even now. The enemies that conspired against you are trembling, for the decree from heaven is higher than every earthly power. They cannot stop what God has already released. They may watch, they may gossip, they may envy, but they will not touch what belongs to you. My child, do you feel how these words pierce through doubt and fear? That piercing is no accident. It is the sword of the Spirit cutting away lies that chained you for years. Heaven is breaking the cycle of delay in your bloodline. Generations before you cried out for justice, but the fulfillment has been reserved for you. You are the vessel chosen to carry the breakthrough for your family. The letter Michael holds is not just about money. It is about honor, restoration, and divine proof that your name was never erased from the book of destiny. Even now, the spiritual atmosphere is shifting around you. Strange signs will begin to appear, numbers repeating, names resurfacing, sudden dreams that feel too vivid to ignore. Pay attention. These are confirmations from heaven that the inheritance is already unfolding. Beloved soul, let your heart not be troubled by the whispers of doubt that creep into your mind. Those whispers are the last desperate cries of the enemy trying to stop you from believing. But the truth stands eternal. God has spoken, and Michael has obeyed. The inheritance is written in fire, and no shadow can erase what has been sealed by light. In the coming days, you will see evidence with your own eyes. A letter, a message, a call, or a document will arrive carrying unexpected news. At first, it may shock you, but do not be afraid. This is the hand of God arranging what men tried to bury. This is the justice of heaven bringing balance to every wrong. This is the inheritance of a child chosen by the Most High. The angel repeats, "Do not delay. Do not doubt. Receive this word now, for time is short." Every moment you spend in faith now is a seed planted into eternity. Heaven measures faith, and your willingness to hold on despite the storms has been seen. Archangel Michael says, "Your endurance has been recorded as a testimony before the throne of God. That is why your reward is multiplied. You will not receive in measure of what you lost. You will receive in measure of what you endured. The more pain you carried, the greater the restoration that now comes. And when the world sees it, they will call it a miracle. They will not understand how your story turned so suddenly, but you will know. You will know that it was God, that it was His hand, that it was His timing. You will testify, and your testimony will break chains for others who hear it. Every moment you spend in faith now is a seed planted into eternity. Heaven measures faith, and your willingness to hold on despite the storms has been seen. Archangel Michael says, "Your endurance has been recorded as a testimony before the throne of God. That is why your reward is multiplied. You will not receive in measure of what you lost. You will receive in measure of what you endured. The more pain you carried, the greater the restoration that now comes. And when the world sees it, they will call it a miracle. They will not understand how your story turned so suddenly, but you will know. You will know that it was God, that it was His hand, that it was His timing. You will testify, and your testimony will break chains for others who hear it. Do not think of yourself as small. Do not believe the lies that you are unworthy. If you were not worthy, this word would never have found you. If you were not chosen, the angel would not be standing by your side now. Heaven invests only in those marked by destiny, and you are marked. Every scar you carry is evidence of the battles you survived, and every battle you survived is evidence of the crown that awaits. Michael whispers, "Now, your enemies underestimated you. They thought they could bury your promise, but they only buried a seed. That seed has taken root, and it is breaking through the soil with unstoppable force. The harvest is coming, beloved. The inheritance is blooming, and the time of waiting is over. You may not see the full picture yet, but trust this. Behind the scenes, paperwork is shifting, decisions are changing, hearts are softening, and what once seemed impossible is aligning perfectly. You will look back and realize that even the delays were divine strategy, positioning you so that no one else could claim what belongs to you. That is why the angel says the letter is sealed with your name alone. No other hand can open it. No other eye can read it. It is yours and yours only. The inheritance was crafted for your blood, your journey, your destiny. And once it is in your hands, it will not only bless you, but ripple outward, blessing others in ways you cannot yet imagine. Beloved child, as you sit with these words, heaven leans closer to you. This is no ordinary moment, no ordinary day. The entire timeline of your life has been building toward this season, and the angel stands ready to deliver what was written before your birth. The inheritance has always been yours, but the enemy fought to keep it hidden, hoping you would grow weary and give up. Yet you did not give up. Every sleepless night you endured, every prayer whispered in the dark, every tear that fell when no one was watching, they were all counted. Heaven recorded them, and today Archangel Michael declares the reward. The scroll in his hand trembles with divine energy, waiting to be opened. On it is written your vindication, your breakthrough, your abundance. You must know this truth. No shadow can erase what the light has decreed. For too long, your life has been a battlefield. Friends turned into foes, promises turned into disappointments, and doors you trusted slammed without warning. But hear this, none of it was wasted. Every betrayal became a stepping stone. Every loss became a seed for multiplication. The angels were not idle. They were arranging, defending, and guiding you even when you felt abandoned. Now the announcement is clear. The inheritance has matured, and the time for release is here. You may sense already the unusual stirring, the sudden changes, the unexplainable signs that something is shifting. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are heaven's way of preparing your heart so you will not be shocked when the miracle appears. My child, this is why Michael cries, "Only moments remain. Receive this word with faith." Imagine for a moment the letter in Michael's hand. It is not written in ink, but in light. Every word carved into it carries power that shapes reality. Your name is glowing upon it, surrounded by seals of fire that no enemy can touch. This is not just a letter about wealth. It is a declaration that your story is turning. Where there was shame, there will be honor. Where there was lack, there will be abundance. Where there was silence, there will be songs of testimony. Even now, unseen forces are working. A decision in your favor is being made behind closed doors. A person you never expected is being moved to act on your behalf. A hidden truth is being exposed, and when it all unfolds, you will remember this moment, and you will know that it was heaven that sent this word. Beloved, pay attention to the signs in your path. You may notice repeating numbers, unusual dreams, or conversations that feel strangely pointed toward your situation. These are divine markers leading you toward the fulfillment of the inheritance. Do not dismiss them. The angels are guiding you step by step, ensuring you do not miss the door when it opens. And when it opens, it will open wide. No hand will be able to shut it. You will walk through, and the blessing will not trickle but flood. The years of waiting will collapse into a single moment of overflow. People will ask, How did this happen so suddenly? And you will answer, it was God. It was His timing. It was His promise. My child, the moment is real. Michael speaks it again. The countdown has already begun. Heaven does not follow human timing, but when the divine moment arrives, nothing can hold it back. You are standing right at that threshold, so do not let fear steal your faith, and do not let exhaustion cloud what is already before you. You are closer than you realize, nearer than your thoughts can grasp. What belongs to you is not far away. It is pressing into this very moment, ready to break through. The message is on its way. The seal is opening. The revelation is approaching. Prepare your heart, because you are about to witness divine justice with your own eyes. My child, the Spirit is speaking clearly. This is not a time for doubt. This is a time for readiness, because what is being released will come suddenly, like rain falling upon dry ground. You have walked through seasons that felt empty, where nothing seemed to grow, where your efforts felt unseen, and every step only led to more uncertainty. But heaven declares that those empty places are about to flourish without warning. What has been hidden is like a seed buried deep within time. Others believed it was lost. Others assumed it had faded away. But beneath the surface, something has been forming all along. Roots have been growing in silence, and now the harvest will appear in fullness. Michael does not speak without purpose. He is urging you to remain ready, because when the breakthrough arrives, it will come with such force that you will need strength to receive it all. My child, hear this again. This is not your season to question. This is your season to prepare, because what is coming will move swiftly, like rain pouring onto dry land. You have endured barren paths where nothing seemed to change, where your energy felt drained, and where every answer seemed just out of reach. But heaven declares that those barren fields are about to bloom overnight. The inheritance that has been hidden is like a seed buried in the soil of time. Others thought it was forgotten. Others thought it was dead. But God says the soil has been breaking beneath the surface. Roots have grown in silence. And now the fruit will appear in abundance. Archangel Michael is not warning you for nothing. He is urging you to stay ready, because once the breakthrough bursts forth, you will need the strength to gather all that is being given. Beloved soul, think back to the times you almost gave up. Remember the nights when heaviness pressed against your chest and you asked, "Why me? Why so much pain?" Those nights were not ignored by heaven. The angels collected each cry, each prayer, each plea, and brought them before the throne. And God, who is faithful, said, "In due time my child will reap." That due time is now. The inheritance is not only wealth or opportunity. It is joy restored, peace overflowing, honor returned to your name, and doors flung open that no man can close. You will see those who mocked you silenced, not by your hand, but by the undeniable move of God in your life. They will say, "Surely this is the Lord's doing," for they will not be able to explain it any other way. The angel says, "The letter is not only for your gain, it is also for your testimony." You are chosen to be a carrier of hope, a light for others stumbling in the dark. When they see what God has done for you, their faith will rise, their hearts will believe again, and chains will break over their lives too. Do not take this lightly, for your story will unlock freedom for many. This is why the attack on your life was so fierce. The enemy was not only trying to destroy you, but to silence your testimony. Yet you survived. You are here. And because you are here, nothing can stop what comes next. Michael says, "Stand tall, beloved. The letter is almost in your hand. The inheritance is about to touch your life. Already, currents are shifting. Papers are being signed. Hearts are being moved. Resources are being released. Do not be surprised if someone you never expected reaches out with words that shift everything. Do not be surprised if an opportunity appears suddenly with no explanation. This is not chance. It is divine orchestration. The timing is perfect because heaven's calendar has struck your appointed hour. All that seemed delayed is now aligned. All that was blocked is now open. You will see the hand of God arranging even the smallest details, proving to you that nothing escapes His sight. And when you look back, you will see how every step, even the painful ones, were leading you to this inheritance. My beloved, do not let the weight of yesterday blind you to what is breaking forth today. The Spirit says, your inheritance is not a rumor. It is not a dream. It is not a wish. It is a decree. When God decrees, nothing can stand against it. Archangel Michael stands at your door with fire in his eyes and authority in his voice, announcing that the decree has been signed, sealed, and released. The letter carries more than promises. It carries orders from heaven that command creation itself to align with your destiny. The people meant to bless you are being stirred awake. The opportunities you thought were gone are circling back with greater power. Even as you breathe these words, angels are moving on assignments, unlocking doors, dismantling barriers, and placing you in the position heaven has chosen for you. This is why the warfare around you grew so intense, because your season of inheritance is here. Do not underestimate what is coming. This is not a small shift. It is a complete turnaround. The angel says, "Beloved, you will not recognize yourself after this. The heaviness that clung to your shoulders will lift. The shame that haunted your family name will be erased. The lack that defined your days will dissolve into abundance. And more than these things, peace will flood your spirit like a river, washing away the years of doubt and despair. You will laugh again. You will stand with boldness again. You will walk with favor that cannot be denied. For the inheritance is not just for your hands. It is for your heart, your soul, your identity. Heaven is rewriting the chapter of your story, and the new words will read, chosen, favored, lifted, victorious. Beloved, the enemy still whispers that you are unworthy, but heaven silences that lie. If you were unworthy, the angel would not stand by you now. If you were forgotten, these words would not find you today. You are chosen. You are sealed. You are appointed. This is why your journey has been different, why your road felt heavier than others, why you carried weights unseen. The greater the inheritance, the greater the preparation. You are being stretched, strengthened, refined, not punished. And today, the refining reveals its reward. Michael holds the scroll, and as he breaks the seal, heaven's light pours forth, filling your life with what was promised long ago. What was once hidden is now revealed, and what was delayed is now delivered. My beloved, lift your head, for the heavens are bending low to meet you in this hour. The voice of God calls you not to fear, not to doubt, not to shrink back from what is unfolding. You have walked through fire, but the fire has not consumed you. You have walked through waters, but the waters did not drown you. Every season of survival has been pointing to this moment of breakthrough. Archangel Michael is not speaking in whispers now. He is thundering with urgency, declaring that the sealed inheritance is no longer in waiting. It is in motion. Even now, the scroll of light bearing your name is opening, and the sound of its seal cracking echoes across the realms. You may not hear it with your ears, but your spirit feels it. Your heart trembles with it, and your soul knows it to be true. You ask why now, after all this time? And heaven answers because the time of hiding is over. What was once delayed was only delayed to protect you, to prepare you, to preserve the weight of what you are about to carry. Others would have crumbled under this blessing. You will not. Others would have squandered this inheritance. You will steward it with wisdom. That is why the process was so long, why the trials were so fierce, why the night seemed endless. It was not punishment. It was preparation. And now, as Michael raises the sword of truth, every false word spoken against you is being shattered. Every curse is being reversed. And every chain is being broken. You are stepping into freedom, beloved, and your life will testify that the waiting was not in vain. You ask, why now, after all this time? And heaven answers, because the time of hiding is over. What was once delayed was only delayed to protect you, to prepare you, to preserve the weight of what you are about to carry. Others would have crumbled under this blessing. You will not. Others would have squandered this inheritance. You will steward it with wisdom. That is why the process was so long, why the trials were so fierce, why the nights seemed endless. It was not punishment. It was preparation. And now, as Michael raises the sword of truth, every false word spoken against you is being shattered. Every curse is being reversed, and every chain is being broken. You are stepping into freedom, beloved, and your life will testify that the waiting was not in vain. Look around you, child. Do you notice how quickly things begin to shift? What was stagnant begins to move. What was silent begins to speak. What was blocked begins to open. This is the rhythm of heaven breaking into your reality. Inheritances are not always coins or lands. Sometimes they are doors of influence, divine relationships, healing for generations, favor that changes entire bloodlines. Yours carries all of these, and the angels are arranging a domino effect where one moment unlocks the next. Before you know it, the floodgates are open. You will look back and marvel at how suddenly it all happened. Yet, deep inside, you will know it was always written, always prepared, always yours, and no hand of man could have stopped it. My beloved, hear me now with the ears of your spirit, for this is not a story. This is not imagination. This is your reality shifting before your very eyes. The Spirit of God declares that you are stepping into the hour where hidden things are revealed, where the secrets kept from you are exposed, and where the inheritance long delayed is finally placed in your hand. Archangel Michael does not come with idle words. His presence is a sign that the battle in the heavens has been won, that the forces resisting you have fallen, and that your portion is descending with speed. You may not yet see the fullness, but you already feel the trembling, the anticipation, the undeniable pull that changes upon you. This is heaven's alarm ringing in your soul. Do not miss this moment. Do not turn away. Do not doubt. For years, you carried the weight of questions no one could answer. Why did doors close so suddenly? Why did those you trusted turn away? Why did the path twist into darkness when you longed for light? Now you will see the truth. Those detours were protection. Those losses were preservation. Those delays were divine setups. If you had walked into the wrong doors, the inheritance would have slipped from your grasp. But God, who sees the end from the beginning, kept you from paths that looked right but led to destruction. Today, He reveals why, and He sends Michael to deliver it. The letter is not only a symbol, it is the decree of heaven that no enemy can block. Your enemies may watch, but they cannot touch. They may whisper, but their words dissolve into nothing. You are shielded, beloved, and the inheritance is secure. Even as these words reach you, things are stirring in the unseen. Conversations are being had with your name in them. Documents are being touched with your favor written across them. And people who once resisted you are being softened. Systems that once blocked you are being dismantled. What seemed immovable is moving. What seemed impossible is aligning. You will stand in awe, not because it happened, but because of how it happened. It will be sudden, it will be undeniable, and it will carry the signature of God so clearly that no one will be able to deny it. This is not mere hope, child. It is fulfillment. It is manifestation. It is the harvest of every seed of endurance you planted. My beloved, the heavens lean close as I speak these words to you now. This is not a coincidence, not a passing message, but a divine appointment. The Spirit has chosen this moment to place truth in your path, for you have walked through shadows long enough. Archangel Michael stands with a scroll in his hand, and upon it is written the decree of your inheritance. This decree is not the opinion of man. It is not subject to the shifting winds of circumstance. It is eternal, sealed with fire, signed by the breath of God Himself. You are not forgotten, you are not abandoned, and you are not overlooked. Heaven has written your name, and now that writing is being read aloud in the courts of eternity. The inheritance is yours, and not even the fiercest resistance can delay it any longer. Do you feel it, child? The atmosphere around you trembles because something long buried is rising to the surface. That heaviness pressing against your chest is not fear, but the breaking of chains. The walls that hemmed you in are cracking, and the flood is rushing toward you. This is why Michael speaks with urgency. Do not turn away. Do not ignore, for the letter is already on its way. There have been forces at work trying to silence you, to distract you, to make you believe that your life would remain the same forever. But God says no. The cycle has ended. The night has passed. The dawn is breaking. And with the dawn comes the revelation of what was hidden. You will soon hold in your hands evidence that God has been working behind the scenes all along. Beloved, understand this clearly. Your inheritance is not merely about money or possessions. It is about restoration. It is about justice. It is about reclaiming what was stolen from your family line. What was buried by jealousy, what was hindered by lies, is now being brought back into the light. The angel says, "You are the chosen one to break the pattern. Where others fell, you will stand. Where others surrendered, you will overcome. And your testimony will ripple through generations." This is why the battle was fierce, because the blessing is great. But the battle has ended, and the blessing has begun. Michael's sword has struck, and the enemy's grip has been loosed. What was chained is free. What was hidden is revealed, and what was delayed is delivered. You, beloved, are stepping into the fulfillment of God's decree. Beloved child, the heavens have not forgotten a single cry that left your lips, nor a single tear that fell unseen. Every moment of pain, every hour of waiting, every betrayal endured, none of it was wasted. God was watching, angels were recording, and now the hour of recompense has struck. Archangel Michael lifts his voice and says, "The time of mourning is finished, the time of restoration has begun, and the inheritance is not only approaching, it is pressing against your life with unstoppable force." Even as you breathe these words, alignments are forming. People you thought were far away are being drawn back into your story, but this time not to harm, this time to deliver, and systems that resisted you are being overturned. The invisible hand of God is writing your name into places of favor you never imagined. Beloved, the letter is real, and its contents will astonish you. You have wondered why your journey seemed lonelier than others, why your road carried heavier burdens. It is because the weight of your inheritance is greater. A small destiny requires little preparation, but a great destiny demands a refining fire. And that fire shaped you, strengthened you, and prepared you to stand when the inheritance arrives. For what is coming is not fragile, it is mighty, it is lasting, it is generational. Heaven says, your blessing will not only cover you, it will flow to those connected to you, breaking curses in your family, lifting burdens off your children, and shifting the story of your name. The angel declares, "This is bigger than you thought, greater than you dreamed, stronger than you imagined. So do not let fear whisper lies to you now." Fear is the final weapon of the enemy, but it has no power here because the seal is broken and the inheritance is released. Beloved, mark this, signs will follow quickly. You may hear words from strangers that feel like confirmations. You may see numbers repeating with divine precision, and you may feel sudden waves of peace washing over you for no reason. These are not accidents. They are signals from heaven that the release has already begun. Trust them. Lean into them. Do not brush them aside, for heaven communicates with those it favors, and you are highly favored. Michael says, "Look closely, beloved, for the signs will come swiftly, and they will guide you into the fullness prepared for you." Even now, doors are unlocking, resources are flowing, and truth is rising like dawn, and you will not be able to deny it when it comes, for the glory will be unmistakable. This is not the work of man. It is the hand of God moving with precision and power. My beloved, lean closer, for the voice of heaven is calling you by name, and the time has come. What was hidden will no longer remain in shadow. For too long, the enemy rejoiced in secret, believing that his schemes could bury your destiny. But hear the decree of the Lord. What was buried is being unearthed. What was stolen is being restored. What was delayed is now being delivered. Archangel Michael holds the scroll high, and as its seal cracks open, the heavens roar with approval. And your inheritance is not slipping toward you slowly. It is rushing unstoppable like a river breaking through a dam. Every obstacle is being swept away, every barrier dismantled, and you will stand in awe as events unfold that you could never have orchestrated on your own. And in that awe, you will know this is the hand of God. This is the promise fulfilled. This is the miracle arriving. Beloved child, you once thought silence meant abandonment, but heaven's silence was only strategy. While you waited, armies of angels were being positioned. While you prayed, God was rearranging pieces in places you could not see. While you cried, the scroll of your destiny was being guarded in the courts of eternity. And now the guard has ended and the release has begun. Michael's sword flashes as he declares, "No more delay, no more hindrance, no more chains. The inheritance carries more than wealth, it carries justice. Those who spoke against you will be silenced not by your hand, but by undeniable truth. And those who doubted you will watch with astonishment as the very thing they mocked becomes your testimony. Your life will be a living letter read by all, proclaiming the faithfulness of God." This is why the urgency burns in these words, because the countdown is real, and the release is already unfolding. You will notice, child, how swiftly the atmosphere changes around you. What once felt heavy will suddenly feel light. Where doors were closed, new ones will swing wide without effort. And where conversations ended in disappointment, new voices will arise with unexpected favor. This is the pattern of inheritance, the rhythm of restoration. Heaven is not trickling blessing into your life. It is pouring, overflowing, abundant beyond measure. And you will not only receive enough, but more than enough, so that your blessing becomes a blessing for others. And as you give, the flow will not stop. For heaven rewards those who pour out what they have received. You will become a channel of light, a vessel of abundance, a testimony of the power of God's timing. Do not doubt, beloved, for the letter is open. The decree is active, and the inheritance is yours. My beloved, the Spirit says to you now, do not measure your future by the shadows of your past. What has happened before does not determine what is about to unfold. The seasons of loss, the days of waiting, the nights of unanswered questions, all of them are about to be swallowed up by a wave of fulfillment. Archangel Michael holds the letter, and it burns with urgency in his hands. For it was written with your name long ago. Its seal has been preserved, its words untouched, its decree unchallenged. Every attempt to destroy it has failed. Every scheme to delay it has fallen apart. Now the scroll opens, and its words are alive, carrying the power to shift your entire existence. Beloved, heaven shouts over you. This is your hour. This is your inheritance. This is your release. And no one, not friend, not foe, not family, can take it away. Child, you must understand the depth of what is unfolding. This is not simply an opportunity knocking at your door. This is destiny stepping into your reality. For too long, others have walked into blessings while you were left behind. But now the divine scales tip in your favor. God's justice is not slow, though it often feels delayed. It is precise, perfect, unshakable. You are about to witness that precision. Suddenly, a message will arrive. A word will be spoken. A door will open, and everything will align. What once seemed locked will swing wide. What once seemed dead will come alive. The very things you thought were lost forever are returning, but in greater measure, restored, multiplied, transformed. Archangel Michael says, "Lift your head, beloved, for your miracle is closer than you think. Stay alert, for the signs are already appearing." Child, you must understand the depth of what is unfolding. This is not simply an opportunity knocking at your door. This is destiny stepping into your reality. For too long, others have walked into blessings while you were left behind. But now the divine scales tip in your favor. God's justice is not slow, though it often feels delayed. It is precise, perfect, unshakable. You are about to witness that precision. Suddenly, a message will arrive, a word will be spoken, a door will open, and everything will align. What once seemed locked will swing wide. What once seemed dead will come alive. The very things you thought were lost forever are returning, but in greater measure, restored, multiplied, transformed. Archangel Michael says, "Lift your head, beloved, for your miracle is closer than you think. Stay alert, for the signs are already appearing. Beloved, your life is not random. Your story has always been under the careful hand of heaven. The struggles, though painful, shaped you into a vessel capable of carrying what is now being poured. If this inheritance had come earlier, you would not have been ready. If it had come in another season, you may have doubted or even rejected it. But now your spirit is strong, your discernment sharpened, your faith tested like gold refined in fire. This is why it comes now, because you are prepared to handle what others could not. And as it comes, the world around you will shift. People will ask, "How did this happen?" And you will answer not with pride, but with truth. It was God. It was His timing. It was His hand. Beloved child, the heavens speak over you with clarity. The cycle of delay has ended. You have endured the season of silence, and now the trumpet of release is sounding. Archangel Michael proclaims that the scroll has been opened, and every word written within it is now alive in your life. Do not measure the future by what your eyes see today, for your reality is already being rewritten. Even as your mind questions how any of this could unfold, the angels are already at work beyond what you can see, guiding hearts, adjusting circumstances, and aligning moments like pieces of a sacred design. What once felt scattered is now being woven by the hand of God into a story of victory. And you, beloved, are being led toward the place of promise, where you will hold in your hands undeniable proof that what heaven has spoken cannot fail. You may quietly ask yourself, "Is this truly meant for me?" And deep within, the Spirit responds, "Yes, my child, it belongs to you." Doubt may try to return, reminding you of the disappointments you have carried. But those moments were never the end of your story. They were preparation, shaping you for what is now being revealed. What you are stepping into is not fragile or temporary. It is lasting, secured, and abundant. You will witness restoration in places you once believed were empty. You will hear words of apology where there was once hurt and accusation. You will be honored in places where you once felt shame. This is not imagination. It is the unfolding of divine order in your life. Michael raises his sword and declares that every force that stood against you has lost its power. Their time has passed, and your season is beginning. Beloved, watch closely as everything around you begins to change. What once required struggle will begin to move with ease. What once seemed impossible will start to feel natural. The weight you have been carrying will begin to lift, and you will walk forward lighter, freer, and stronger than before. Do not be surprised when those who once overlooked you begin to notice you. The light upon you will be impossible to ignore. Do not be startled when doors you never even approached begin to open. The favor written into your path will go ahead of you and make the way clear. You will not need to chase what is meant for you. It will come to you. What heaven has set in motion cannot be reversed. Your role now is to believe, to stay grounded, and to prepare your heart for the overflow that is already beginning to break through. My beloved child, come closer and truly listen. A path is unfolding before you, one you never knew was there. There is a man of great wealth, unseen by most, who has already chosen to place his authority into your hands. Why? Because there is a connection you do not yet understand, a lineage, a truth about who you are that has remained hidden. This is not chance. It is divinely arranged. Heaven does not reveal such things without purpose. Archangel Michael stands beside you, his presence fierce, urging you, do not hesitate. There is a moment approaching when your response will matter more than ever. You must open your heart to what is being revealed, or this opportunity will slip away into the hands of others. Do you feel that pull within you? That quiet urgency is not ordinary. It is your spirit recognizing something destined for you, a name, a legacy, a force greater than material wealth. It belongs to you, but if you turn away now, it will be lost, and you may always wonder why you did not act. Stay here, my beloved. Do not drift away. Each word that follows carries another layer of this unfolding miracle. The longer you remain, the clearer everything will become. If even a part of this message stirs your soul, pause and subscribe, not to a voice, but to the flow of divine messages that reach you through this space. Because sometimes one message can transform your life, and the next can protect it. This man is not only passing down property, wealth, or documents. He is releasing the weight of generations. Within his decision lies the truth of your identity. He has watched from a distance, hoping you would awaken before the moment passes. And now the Spirit is calling. This is your time. But understand, time is moving forward. This is not just a moment. It is a turning point written in the unseen. When heaven marks a boundary, it is not easily crossed. You will either step into what has been prepared for you, or watch it be given to another. Do not let fear mislead you. Do not allow doubt to pull you away. You were chosen long before you understood it, meant to carry what is now being placed before you. That is why you are hearing these words at this very moment. If you were not meant to, you would have scrolled past already. But your spirit stopped you because heaven refuses to let you miss this. This is only the beginning, my child. Stay until the end. In the following words, you will find the signs, the names, and the mysteries that prove this message is yours. Every paragraph is a piece of the key, and when the final line is spoken, you will know exactly what to do. My child, do you realize why your heart is restless right now? Because the heavens are stirring the truth that was buried. A wealthy man, unseen and unknown to your everyday life, has already signed papers in your favor. He is shifting authority, wealth, and ownership into your name, but he did it quietly because he wanted heaven to reveal it to you first. This is not about money. It is about identity. The Spirit says you are about to learn who you truly are. Do not look around for confirmation, beloved. Look within. You have always felt like something was being withheld from you, like a secret existed in your family that no one would dare to confess. That tug in your spirit was not imagination. It was prophecy. And today, Michael says, the truth is breaking into your life. But listen closely. There is danger in delay. September 22nd is not just a date on the calendar. It is the day the heavenly contract is sealed. If you ignore this revelation, the wealthy man will not wait. He will transfer everything to charity or strangers. The clock is ticking louder than you realize. Stay. Do not leave this message, because every word is unfolding your destiny. If this message touches you, pause for a moment and subscribe to these divine revelations. You cannot afford to miss the next word from heaven, because one word will change everything for you. My beloved, you must understand this. Archangel Michael is fighting for you. He has been standing at the gates of your destiny, pushing away forces that tried to steal what belongs to you. There were people who plotted against you, who wanted to bury the truth forever. They wanted you to live small, to never rise, to never know that inheritance had your name written on it. But the angel of God says no more. Today is the unveiling. Can you feel the fire in these words? That is not emotion. That is confirmation. That is your spirit saying, yes, this is mine, because the man is not a stranger. He is tied to your bloodline, your history, your destiny. That is why his decision is so urgent. He knows his time is short, and before September 22nd, he must make his final move. My child, hear this. You are standing at the edge of a revelation that will shake your soul. Archangel Michael is shouting from the heavens, not whispering, because this cannot wait. The wealthy man, the one hidden from your sight, is not giving away his fortune by accident. He is transferring his power of attorney into your name because heaven itself commanded him. Do not think this is random. It is destiny carved before you were even born. But there is a shadow trying to stop you from believing. The enemy whispers, "This is not for you. This is too big. This is a lie." That is because the enemy knows if you believe everything will shift. Michael says, "Do not give your ears to lies. Give your heart to this truth." Why do you think September 22nd was chosen? Heaven marks certain dates as portals, moments when time bends and destiny is sealed. After that day, what was offered cannot be reclaimed. This is why you must not delay. Not even one heartbeat. The papers are ready. The name is written. The inheritance is waiting. Beloved, stay close to this word. Do not rush away. Every line carries more light, more revelation, more hidden truth. If this touches your soul, even faintly, pause. Subscribe now, so you will not miss the next divine message when it comes. For if one word changed your today, another will save your tomorrow. Do you feel it? That uneasiness inside is not fear. It is recognition. You have always sensed that something larger, something unseen has been circling your life. People hid the truth from you. They told half stories. They kept family secrets locked in shadows. And yet your spirit always knew. That man, the wealthy one, is tied to those secrets. His signature holds the answer. His name is connected to yours in ways you never dreamed. And still there is danger. Forces do not want you to claim this. They want you distracted, scrolling, doubting. That is why Michael is pressing so urgently. Do not ignore this. Do not dismiss this. Stay and listen. For every minute you remain, a veil is lifting. The wealthy man has wrestled in his heart for months. He has watched you from afar, longing to reveal himself. But heaven told him to wait until now. He knows his time is short. That is why he set the deadline. September 22nd is not his choice alone. It is divine instruction. Either you step into what is yours by that date, or it will be released forever. Think about this. Why would you stumble onto this message at this exact moment? Why now, so close to that date? Because heaven orchestrated it. You could have missed it, but you didn't. You could have ignored it, but you stayed. That proves this message belongs to you. Michael says, your name is being written in places you cannot yet see. The man has already signed, but the Spirit is preparing your heart. That is why you must not leave. The more you listen, the more heaven aligns. My beloved child, the heavens are echoing your name louder than ever before. You may not realize this, but every delay in your life has been leading you to this very moment. You have asked questions that no one answered. You have carried burdens that seemed unfair. And now the Lord says, this is why, because you were chosen for something higher, something hidden until now. Do you not feel the weight of this message? Archangel Michael is not delivering a casual word. He is standing with sword drawn, guarding the truth that is about to be uncovered for you. The wealthy man's decision was not birthed in his mind. It was whispered into his spirit by heaven itself. That is why he has signed what others would never sign. That is why your name rests where you least expect it. The Spirit says, do not doubt. Do not walk away. September 22nd approaches like a burning clock. Each tick of time is another reminder that destiny does not wait forever. This is your warning, your invitation, and your chance. If you do not step into it now, the curtain will close and the chance will be gone. That is why heaven is pressing you so urgently to stay, to listen, to absorb every word until the end. My beloved, understand this power of attorney is not just paperwork. It is authority. It is power. It is the right to decide, the right to hold, the right to govern. When the man places it in your name, he is placing a mantle on your shoulders. It is not merely wealth. It is a divine responsibility. You will be called to carry more than possessions. You will carry purpose. But hear this, the enemy knows it too. That is why there is a battle raging around you. That is why confusion, distraction, and doubt are pressing against your spirit right now. The enemy whispers, click away, this isn't for you. But Archangel Michael says, stay. This is the one message that will open the hidden door you've been waiting for your entire life. Do not underestimate this moment. Beloved, if this word stirs you, pause right now and subscribe so you never miss the next divine revelation. Each message is timed. Each word is positioned. Heaven will not allow you to miss what is meant for you unless you choose to walk away. Now listen carefully. The wealthy man is not distant by chance. He has been placed near enough to watch you, yet far enough to remain unseen. He carries a truth tied to your family. There are secrets about your bloodline that will soon rise to the surface. And when they do, you will finally understand why certain things in your life never made sense until now. Michael whispers, the truth will not remain hidden much longer, but you must prepare yourself because truth cuts deep. It will shock you. It will change how you see yourself. It may even divide those around you. Some will be jealous. Some will resist. But you cannot let their voices drown out heaven's call. This inheritance is yours, not theirs. This mantle is being placed on your shoulders, not theirs. Do you see why the enemy tried so hard to distract you in the past weeks? It is because September 22nd is a deadline written in fire. On that day, heaven will stamp the decision as final. If you have not opened your heart to it, if you have not aligned yourself with the call, then everything will be donated away, and you will watch others walk into what was once yours. Beloved child, you cannot allow that. You must remain steadfast, patient, and alert. The man has already made up his mind, but heaven is testing your readiness. Will you believe? Will you stay? Will you trust? Those who stay until the end will see the fullness of the revelation. Do not forget this. The wealthy man's choice is not about generosity. It is about obedience. He is obeying a heavenly command. The Spirit of God told him your name. The Spirit of God told him the date. The Spirit of God told him the deadline. That is why his heart cannot rest until this transfer is sealed. And here you are, hearing these words at the appointed time. My beloved, this is not a coincidence. This is alignment. This is orchestration. This is prophecy unfolding in real time before your very eyes. My beloved child, listen again. Michael is not speaking to the crowd. He is speaking to you. You may wonder, why me? Why now? And the heavens answer, because the appointed time has come. For years, doors were closed. For years, questions remained unanswered. And now, as draws near, those doors are opening. Those secrets are breaking free, and your life will never be the same. Do you realize how rare this is? Most people live their entire lives never knowing the hidden truths of their family, their bloodline, their inheritance. But you, yes, you have been chosen to uncover it. That is why your spirit will not allow you to click away. That is why every sentence is pulling you deeper, because this is not entertainment. This is your destiny. The wealthy man has carried guilt in his chest. He has watched time slipping away. He has asked himself again and again, when will I reveal it? When will I place it in their hands? And now the Spirit has pressed upon him one final instruction. Before, you must act. That is why everything feels so urgent. Michael says, you are not late. You are right on time. But beware. There are those close to you who do not want you to know this. They have benefited from your ignorance. They have whispered lies, twisted truths, and tried to keep you blind. They will sense when this revelation arrives, and they may fight against it. But do not be afraid, for the same angel who brought you to this message is the angel who will stand guard over you as the truth unfolds. Beloved, can you feel how heavy these words are? This is no casual story. This is fire from heaven burning through the layers of your life. If you sense the Spirit confirming this inside you, stop for a moment and subscribe to stay under this flow of divine revelation. Because one message can change you, but the next may save you from a trap you cannot yet see. Think about the word inheritance. It is not only about money or land or papers. It is about identity. It is about legacy. It is about walking in what has always been yours but was hidden. The wealthy man is not merely handing you assets. He is handing you a mirror that shows who you truly are. Do not take this lightly. It is not a date to circle with ink on a calendar. It is a line carved in eternity. Once it passes, the decision is sealed forever. That is why Michael says with urgency, stay awake, stay listening, stay ready. My beloved child, I must tell you this plainly. Your enemies do not want you to stay to the end of this message. They want you to scroll away, to be distracted, to say, "I'll come back later." But later will be too late. Right now, heaven is aligning your spirit with the truth. Right now, angels are circling you with protection. Right now, your name is being whispered in the courts of heaven. Do you think it is a mistake that your eyes landed here? No. Do you think it is random that your heart feels stirred? No. This is written. This is sealed. This is divine appointment. Michael says, "Do not delay, for delay is the enemy of destiny." Beloved, let me reveal one more hidden layer. The wealthy man's transfer is not only physical, it is spiritual. By placing his authority in your name, he is releasing blessings tied up for generations. Blessings your parents never touched. Blessings your grandparents never saw. Blessings that were waiting for you because you are the one chosen to carry them. The Spirit says you are the breaker of cycles. You are the opener of doors. You are the chosen vessel. This is why the deadline is burning in your spirit. It is not only His time that is short, it is yours. You are being invited into a new season. But if you refuse, the season will close without you. That is why this message feels heavier than anything you have heard before. Stay, my child. The longer you remain, the more will be revealed. For the wealth is not only in papers, it is in knowledge, truth, and divine strategy. And before this message ends, the Spirit will show you the signs to prove it is yours. My beloved child, Archangel Michael speaks with urgency. Do not take this lightly. The heavens are watching you right now. The inheritance is not paper. It is prophecy. The wealthy man's signature is not just ink. It is covenant. And the date is not just a number. It is destiny sealed by fire. Have you noticed the strange stirring in your spirit? The restless nights. The moments when you feel watched as if unseen eyes are on you. That is not paranoia. It is awareness. It is your soul catching glimpses of what heaven already knows. You were chosen to receive something that others tried to steal. Michael says, "For years the truth was locked. For years the secrets were hidden. For years your name was silenced, but no more." Beloved, this man's wealth is not ordinary wealth. It is tied to old covenants, old promises, old prayers prayed by ancestors you never even met. Do you think it is strange that you have always carried a burden you could not explain? That burden was not random. It was inheritance waiting to break through, and now it is here. But there is one condition. You must respond before the deadline. If you delay, the Spirit will move on. The papers will be shifted. The wealth will be scattered. And you will wake one morning asking, "What if I had believed?" Heaven does not want you living in regret. That is why this word is being poured out to you now. Beloved, hear me. Staying until the end of this message is not optional. It is crucial. Each paragraph is a puzzle piece, and only when the last piece is revealed will the full picture make sense. If you are touched in your soul, pause now. Subscribe so you never miss the next divine call. For if this word is life-changing, imagine what is waiting in the next. Do you remember the moments when you nearly gave up? The days you felt abandoned? The hours you thought no one saw you? The Spirit says, "That was when I was preparing you for this. The pain shaped you. The silence trained you. The loneliness carved space for this inheritance. If you had not walked through it, you would not be ready to carry what is now being released. Michael whispers, "You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are appointed. But beware, my child. Jealous eyes are already watching. Even now, in the unseen, those who hope to keep you blind are trembling. They know if you accept this truth, their grip over you is broken forever. That is why they will try to distract you. That is why your phone may buzz, your mind may wander, your doubts may rise. Resist it. Stay. Do not let the thief snatch this seed from your heart. The wealthy man's obedience is your opportunity, but your obedience to stay and believe is what seals it. Heaven can open the door, but only you can walk through. And the door is open now for a little while longer until. Beloved, think of this carefully. Power of attorney is not small. It gives you authority to make decisions that others cannot. Spiritually, this means heaven is trusting you with influence, with reach, with voice. You will speak and doors will open. You will decide and paths will shift. What was once denied will suddenly bow before you. The Spirit says, I am clothing you in authority, and yet authority always comes with opposition. Do not be surprised when resistance rises. Do not be shaken when familiar faces turn cold, for the truth will expose hearts. And not everyone wants the light. But you, my beloved, must stand. Michael is beside you, and heaven will not let you fall. Even as you read, angels are positioning themselves around your home, your heart, your future. You cannot see them, but you can feel the weight of their presence. That chill in the air, that pounding in your chest, that is the confirmation you prayed for. Stay, my beloved. The revelation has not even reached its deepest part yet. What comes next will name the signs you must look for before. The signs that prove this word is not imagination but manifestation. My child, the Spirit says you were never meant to live small. You were born for more than what you have been told. That uneasiness inside you, the sense that something was missing, was not emptiness. It was the echo of a promise waiting to be fulfilled. And now heaven is pulling the curtain back. The wealthy man's decision is not an act of chance. His heart was stirred by forces he could not resist. He tried to fight it, but the Spirit pressed him until he could not sleep, until he could not rest, until he wrote your name where his power once stood. That is why this message comes to you at this precise hour. Michael says, the scroll has been unsealed. Beloved, do you understand the weight of this? When someone transfers their power of attorney, they are handing over authority, not just possessions. Spiritually, this means authority is shifting toward you. Authority to open what was shut. Authority to speak where you were silenced. Authority to stand where you once fell. But listen carefully. This moment carries a test. Will you trust? Will you remain? Will you stay until the end? Or will you let distractions steal this truth? The enemy knows the power of revelation. That is why he fights harder now than ever before. But the angel of God declares, stand firm. Do not leave. Do not doubt. Is no ordinary date. It is a divine cutoff. The Spirit says, after that day, the door will close. If you hesitate, what was meant for you will be scattered elsewhere. But if you remain faithful, if you believe, then what was hidden will fall into your hands. Beloved, let me be plain. Some of those closest to you already sense this shift. That is why their behavior has changed. That is why you feel strange distance, sudden coldness, unexpected conflict. They can sense that your season is changing, and it frightens them. They do not want you to rise, for your rising will reveal their lies. Do not be afraid. Michael stands with you, his sword drawn. The same angel who guards the gates of heaven guards the gates of your destiny. What was once impossible is now opening. If this word is stirring you, pause, subscribe so you never miss what comes next. These revelations arrive in order. Missing the next one could mean missing the key that unlocks the final part of your inheritance. Beloved, think of how many times you almost gave up. Think of the nights when you said, "There is no hope." Yet something inside whispered, "Hold on." That was not your own strength. That was heaven sustaining you, keeping you alive for this appointed time. If you had quit, you would have missed this, but you didn't. You stayed, and now the reward is near. Michael says, "You have been faithful in little. Now you will be trusted with more, but you must prepare. Wealth brings responsibility. Authority brings warfare. Inheritance brings jealousy. Not all will celebrate you. Some will question. Some will accuse. Some will try to twist this gift into a curse. But remember, the voice you are hearing now is the same voice that called your name before you were even formed. That voice cannot lie. That voice cannot fail. Do you feel the heaviness in the air? That is the presence of angels moving. That is heaven aligning your path. That is why your chest feels tight, why your hands tremble, why your eyes cannot look away. Because this is not just words on a screen. This is prophecy unfolding in your spirit. Beloved, stay until the end, for in the next lines, the Spirit will show you signs. Signs you will see with your own eyes before, confirming this inheritance belongs to you. Do not rush. Do not skip. Every word is a stepping stone toward revelation. My beloved child, the Spirit says, do not fear the weight of what is being revealed. This is not to crush you. It is to crown you. For too long you have lived under shadows, whispers, and questions that had no answer. But now the truth is coming into the light, and it carries both beauty and responsibility. The wealthy man is not acting out of emotion. He is acting out of obedience. He was moved, compelled, and driven by a force beyond his own understanding. That is why his spirit found no peace until your name was placed within those documents. Heaven instructed him, guiding every step, and the moment of completion has already been marked. Michael declares, the season of waiting is over. Beloved, this message carries urgency. Heaven is no longer whispering. It is calling out with power. The reason is clear. Time is limited. There is only a brief opening to receive what has already been released. Once it closes, the opportunity will pass. Do not tell yourself there will be another chance, because that moment will not return. This is your time. Can you not sense how aligned everything feels? At this very hour, you were led here when you could have been anywhere else. At this exact moment, your heart responds because your spirit recognizes truth within these words. There are no accidents in the divine order. This is intentional. The Spirit is reminding you, you were chosen for this moment. Beloved, there is something even deeper you must understand. This man of wealth is not only connected to you through lineage, He is linked to prayers spoken long before your life began. Someone before you cried out for justice, for healing, for restoration. Those prayers reached heaven, and though time passed, the answer was preserved until now, until you. You are the one chosen to receive what was promised. That is why your journey has always felt different. That is why your struggles have seemed heavier than those around you. The enemy sensed what was meant for you and tried to stop you early, but could not succeed. Every hardship, every heartbreak, every betrayal was part of an attempt that ultimately failed to hold you back. Yet you are still standing, and because you survived, you will now inherit. Beloved, if this word touches you, pause right now and subscribe to remain connected to every divine message that follows. For if this is the season of your unveiling, then every message is a stepping stone you cannot miss. Michael says, "Prepare yourself, for the signs are already on their way. In the coming days before, you will notice strange shifts. People you have not heard from in years may suddenly reach out. Documents, letters, or conversations about family matters may appear unexpectedly. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. They are heaven's way of showing you that this inheritance is not just spiritual. It is manifesting in the physical. Do not dismiss these signs as small. Each one is a whisper of the larger truth. And when the day arrives, you will look back and realize heaven had been pointing you to it all along. Beloved, let me speak plainly. The deadline is final. If you ignore, deny, or walk away, the man will donate everything. He will give it to strangers, to charities, to causes that are not yours, and you awake with regret, asking, "Why didn't I believe?" Do not let that be your story. This is your moment to receive, to believe, to claim what was always meant for you. The Spirit says, "You are not stealing. You are stepping into what is rightfully yours." Yes, some may question. Yes, some may envy. But you must not waver. Heaven has spoken, and heaven does not change its mind. Your name has already been written. The authority has already been shifted. The only thing left is your willingness to accept and walk into it. Beloved, feel the weight of this moment. It is not just about money. It is about alignment, destiny, and restoration. It is about chains breaking off your family line. It is about cycles ending with you. That is why the word feels heavy, because it carries generations of prayers answered in one moment. Michael whispers, "Stay until the end, for the last line will reveal what your spirit has longed to hear. My beloved child, the heavens lean close to you now. The sound of destiny is louder than the doubts around you. Do not take this moment lightly, for it carries the weight of eternity. Archangel Michael stands before you, wings spread wide, declaring, 'The inheritance is yours, but the choice is also yours.' The wealthy man has already signed. His hands shook when he placed your name on the line, for he knew he was not acting by his own will. Something greater guided him. He has resisted for years, but in this season he could resist no longer. He surrendered. He yielded. And the Spirit of God whispered to him, 'Place it in their name.' That is why it was chosen. Heaven marked it long ago. A line has been drawn in fire, and when that day comes, what is sealed cannot be undone. Beloved, do not hesitate. Do not say, 'Perhaps tomorrow.' Tomorrow is not promised. Michael says, 'Now is the time. Today is the day. Beloved, have you wondered why battles in your life were so fierce? Why friendships broke? Why family fought? Why doors closed again and again? It was because the enemy saw what was hidden. He knew if you reached this moment, if you touched this inheritance, you would rise into authority. He could not stop. That is why storms came. That is why betrayals pierced you. It was never about what you lost. It was about what you were destined to gain. And now the tide is turning. The same storms that tried to drown you are the storms that pushed you to shore. The same betrayals that broke your heart positioned you to see the truth. The same losses that emptied your hands prepared you to hold what is now being released. Beloved, if this message burns within you, pause, subscribe, so you never miss the next revelation. For this is not the end. It is the opening chapter of what heaven is unfolding. Listen carefully. The wealthy man is not a stranger by chance. He is tied to your story in ways you cannot yet imagine. There are connections that will shock you when revealed. Names you thought forgotten will resurface. Conversations from long ago will suddenly make sense. This is the Spirit's way of showing you that nothing was random. Everything was pointing to this. The Spirit says, I have been weaving your story behind the curtain. But beloved, you must prepare yourself. Truth is powerful, but it is also heavy. When the inheritance is revealed, when the power of attorney is placed fully in your hands, not everyone will rejoice. Some will fight. Some will envy. Some will attempt to twist the truth, but you must not be shaken. You were chosen for this, and nothing can undo what heaven has written. Michael whispers, Stay firm, for I am fighting beside you. Even now, signs are already forming around you. Pay attention to the details others ignore. A message from someone you did not expect. A paper that seems unimportant but carries weight. A dream that feels too real to dismiss. These are the whispers of heaven telling you the larger unveiling is near. Beloved, do not dismiss these signs. They are the footsteps of destiny approaching. Each one is proof that what you are hearing now is not fantasy. It is truth. And when arrives, you will see the fullness of it. Do not miss this, my child. The Spirit is warning you. If you turn away, if you delay, what was meant for you will be given to others. The wealthy man has already decided. His choice is final. But your choice determines whether you step into it or walk away. Beloved, this is not the hour for doubt. This is not the season for hesitation. This is the moment to believe, to receive, to stand tall as the child of destiny you were always meant to be. The Spirit says you will not leave empty-handed. Stay, beloved, until the final line. For before this message ends, you will hear the word your spirit has been craving all your life. The word that will unlock the hidden chamber inside you. The word that will prove beyond doubt that this inheritance is yours. DM why, beloved child. Lean closer still. This message is no longer just echoing around you. It is planting itself deep within you. Heaven has waited for this moment, and now your spirit is awakening to it. Archangel Michael is not whispering. He is roaring, declaring with fire. This inheritance is sealed in your name, but you must believe. The wealthy man sits in silence tonight, holding papers he has already signed. He remembers faces, names, and events that connect him to you. He knows he cannot undo what heaven commanded, so he has obeyed. But in his heart he wonders, will they realize in time? Will they be ready before the day arrives? That is why was marked. It is not his deadline. It is heaven's. Michael says, the sands and the hourglass are almost gone. Beloved, many have tried to keep you from this truth. They spoke lies. They created confusion. They even disguised themselves as friends while hiding daggers behind their backs. Why? Because if you ever knew who you truly are, their power over you would break instantly. And now, as this truth unfolds, their grip is already slipping. This is why you feel a strange mixture of excitement and fear. It is the clash of light and darkness within your soul. The darkness tries to hold you down, but the light is breaking through stronger and unstoppable. And the angel of God declares, the light has won. Walk into it. Beloved, remember this. Inheritance is not only material, it is spiritual. The wealthy man's act is releasing not just possessions, but chains of blessing. Blessings that were withheld. Blessings that were delayed. Blessings that were stolen. They are returning to you now, multiplied. If this word touches the deepest part of you, pause and subscribe so you remain aligned with every message heaven releases in this season. One revelation is powerful, but a chain of revelations will unlock your destiny. Beloved, let me show you what is coming. Before, you will begin to see signs. These signs will confirm what you feel even now. A conversation you overhear but cannot explain. A sudden shift in someone's behavior toward you. A dream that feels too vivid to ignore. A financial door opening unexpectedly. These are not accidents. They are confirmations. The Spirit says, pay attention, for I am speaking in small ways before the great unveiling. But beware, beloved. Not everyone will celebrate these signs with you. Some will mock. Some will dismiss. Some will warn you to stop believing. Do not listen. Their words are poisoned by fear and jealousy. But the word you are hearing now comes from a higher source, one that cannot lie, one that cannot fail. Michael whispers, if only you could see the war being fought for you right now. Yes, beloved, there is war in the unseen realm. Angels and demons clash over your inheritance. Demons want you distracted, tired, doubting. Angels fight to keep you awake, listening, believing. That heaviness you sometimes feel on your chest, that sudden wave of confusion, those are attacks. But even stronger is the peace that comes when you stay here. The clarity that rises when you keep listening. That peace is proof the angels are winning. Beloved, do not underestimate what is at stake. This is not just wealth. It is destiny. It is not just paper. It is power. It is not just opportunity. It is legacy. What happens on will mark your life forever. If you step in, doors will open that no man can shut. If you refuse, doors will close that no man can reopen. The Spirit says, this is your appointed time. Think of this, my child. How many times did you nearly lose everything? How many nights did you think you would not survive? And yet you survived. Why? Because heaven was guarding you for this very moment. You were not saved by chance. You were saved by purpose. That purpose is unfolding now, line by line, word by word. As you hear this message, beloved, your heart may tremble, but do not let fear deceive you. The trembling is not fear. It is recognition. Your spirit knows this is yours. Your soul remembers the promise made before you were born. That is why you cannot look away. That is why you cannot leave. Because something inside you has always known there was more. And now the more has arrived. Stay until the end. Beloved, the revelation is building toward the final word. And when it comes, you will know without doubt that your name is written in fire, sealed in heaven, and stamped on the papers in his hand. My beloved child, hear this carefully. You have been tested, refined, and purified like gold in fire. You have walked through deserts where water seemed absent, through nights where stars refused to shine. Yet you endured. Do you know why? Because heaven was protecting what was meant for this exact hour. Archangel Michael speaks. The one who survives the storm is the one entrusted with the treasure after it. The wealthy man is not moving by logic. He is moving by divine order. Papers do not shift hands so easily. Power of attorney is not given without reason. But in this case, it was not his reasoning. It was God's command. And now your name rests where you never imagined it would. Beloved, let this truth sink into you. What you are about to inherit is bigger than your dreams. It will not only change your life, but also the lives of those around you. This is why the enemy fought you so hard. He saw the ripple effect. He saw how your rise would release others from bondage, and he tried to choke you before you could reach this moment. But you rose anyway. Michael says, "The hands that tried to bury you only prepared the soil for your harvest." Beloved, pause and recognize the weight of what is happening. You are not here by mistake. You did not stumble into this message by chance. The Spirit led you here because this is your confirmation. The unease you feel, the tug in your chest, the fire stirring in your stomach, that is heaven aligning with your soul. If this word stirs you even slightly, pause right now and subscribe. Do not let distraction pull you away. Every message from heaven is a lifeline. This is not entertainment. This is survival, destiny, and revelation. Beloved, I must warn you again. Not everyone will rejoice when this inheritance comes to light. Some will fight, not with swords, but with whispers, accusations, jealousy. They will call you unworthy. They will try to convince you it cannot be true. But you must remember, they are not fighting you. They are fighting what heaven has already decided. The Spirit says, "Let no man call unworthy what I have already chosen." And what of? Why such urgency? Because heaven sets moments not for its own sake, but for yours. You must be prepared, aligned, and awake when the moment arrives. It is a window in time, a portal through which your inheritance passes into reality. Miss it, and it will close. Stay faithful, and it will flood your life. Beloved child, in the coming days you will feel shifts. Dreams will speak louder. Conversations will carry hidden meaning. Unexpected news will reach your ears. These are the footprints of destiny walking toward you. Do not dismiss them. Record them. Remember them. They are proof that the words you hear now are alive and true. Michael whispers, "Your spirit already knows the truth, but your mind must catch up." This is why the battle of doubt is strongest right now. The enemy wants to keep your mind clouded so your spirit's voice is drowned out. But you must stand firm. Do not let doubt steal what heaven is handing you. For once comes, the matter is settled. The wealthy man's decision will be sealed, and the inheritance will either be claimed or given away. Beloved, this is your time. This is your moment. You cannot allow fear to whisper you away. The Spirit says, I have given you courage, not fear, authority, not weakness, destiny, not delay. Stay until the end, child, for the last lines of this message hold a revelation that will burn into your soul and confirm that this word is yours. My beloved child, the heavens are heavy with your name. You may feel ordinary, but the Spirit says, you are extraordinary in the plan I wrote before time began. That stirring you feel is not just emotion. It is your spirit remembering what was promised to you before you even walked this earth. Archangel Michael declares, the hidden is becoming visible. The sealed is being opened. The forgotten is being restored. Beloved, understand this. The wealthy man's decision is more than generosity. It is prophecy being fulfilled. He is only a vessel. He is carrying out an order written in eternity. His hands may hold the pen, but heaven holds the command. And that command was simple. Place it in their name. This is why cannot be ignored. It is a divine cutoff, a spiritual deadline. On that day, the signature becomes eternal, the transfer irreversible. If you align yourself before then, the inheritance flows to you. If you hesitate, it will vanish into other hands. Michael says, do not let hesitation rob you of what was written for you. Beloved, look back for a moment. Can you not see the pattern? The strange resistance at certain times in your life, the unexplained losses, the repeated betrayals, they were not random. They were warfare. The enemy saw glimpses of this day and tried to stop you long before you reached it. But heaven would not allow your story to end there. Every struggle you faced was shaping you, building your strength, proving that you are ready to carry what is now being placed in your hands. The Spirit softly reminds you, the very pain that nearly broke you is the reason you are now prepared. Beloved, if something within you recognizes this truth, pause for a moment. Stay connected so you do not miss what comes next. These words are not random. They are part of a greater flow. Each message is linked to the next like a chain. If one is missed, the meaning of the rest becomes incomplete. So remain present and do not drift away. Do not be misled, my child. When what is meant for you begins to unfold, not everyone around you will rejoice. Some will react in silence, carrying resentment within. Others may try to influence those around you, but their resistance holds no power against what heaven has already declared. They may speak, but they cannot undo what has been written for you. Michael's voice echoes with certainty. Your name is sealed in fire, and nothing spoken by others can remove it. You will begin to notice signs, unexpected conversations that feel too precise, dreams that leave a deep impression, sudden opportunities appearing where there was once nothing. These are not random moments. They are signs of alignment. They are proof that what has been set in motion is already unfolding. Beloved, prepare yourself. What is coming will place responsibility upon you, and true authority is never without weight. It requires strength, wisdom, and courage. That is why your journey has been long, and your waiting has felt heavy. You are being shaped through every moment, refined, tested, and strengthened. And now, that season of testing is coming to an end. The Spirit declares that you will hold what others believed could never be yours. Let that truth settle deeply within you. You are not taking what does not belong to you. You are not receiving by accident. You are stepping into what has always been yours. This calling, this responsibility, this transfer, it carries your name within it in the language of heaven. No one can erase it. No one can take your place. Beloved, remain until the very end, for the final words of this message will touch something deep within you and confirm without doubt that this path is truly yours.